Hi there, my name is Tammy Steenhook, and I am excited to share my philosophy of technology leadership with you. First, I would like to highlight the principal's role in being a leader of technology. I believe that the first step should be to establish a leadership team in the building. This would mean that I would identify teachers and other staff members who have embraced technology and are excited by its potential. I would utilize these leaders and their expertise, but I would always keep in mind that other staff members are growing too, and I want to make sure that I celebrate everybody's growth and ask everybody to share and to contribute. The next thing I would do is I would assess the faculty's needs. I would need to make sure that I would understand what our strengths are and what are the areas that we need development. Then the technology leadership team could work with me and we could target the areas of need and provide appropriate staff development and follow up. The third role is that I need to make sure that I'm modeling technology use and practices. I need to make sure that I remain a continuous leader, I model risk taking, and that I use new technology intentionally with staff. I also need to make sure that I recognize effective technology use in the classroom. I need to make sure that I am not making assumptions that just because devices are in students' hands, that effective use is happening. It is important with technology that our teachers and students are using tech for 4 C's: creativity, collaboration, communication, and critical thinking. I also need to encourage innovation in our school. I need to encourage risk taking and sharing. Also, it is important that we celebrate reflection and that we celebrate the teachers who want to collaborate about technology and those who want to learn. Lastly, I need to make sure that I provide support with resources, and that includes finding time for teachers and staff members to collaborate, plan, and reflect on their use of technology. As a leader, I will use technology for communication with families and with staff. This includes email, social media, etc. I will also use and model various tools and apps during professional learning to introduce potential resources to teachers. And I will do my best to stay current on technology so I can support teachers when they are collaborating and planning instruction. When I think about expectations of staff and how I will hold them accountable for the use of technology in the classroom, I believe that I would use a checklist similar to the one presented here to help me evaluate the use of technology in our school. The first one is that I would ask myself, is student learning the primary focus, and is technology used to support the experience? I would also look for the use of technology being intentional and well planned, and are the tools developmentally appropriate for our students? I also hope that the use of technology will allow students to collaborate with other students and experts around the world that are beyond the classroom walls, and that they would use the technology to solve or learn real-world issues. I also want to make sure that the professional learning that's provided to the staff is being sustained in our classrooms, and that staff members are using their time to collaborate and reflect on their instruction with technology. It is also important that teachers are using technology to strengthen their communication with home, and that the tasks that they are using and planning for students are open-ended and they encourage creativity. The last two items that I feel are important are that we want to make sure we use technology for differentiation and personalized learning, and then of course that there's equity of access to technology for all learners. When it comes to the one-to-one initiative, I know there's a lot of controversy around that topic. But most importantly, I believe that just all students should have access to a device in all courses throughout the day. That might mean that a school has a one-to-one policy and that each student is assigned a laptop. Perhaps they're even allowed to take it home. But it might also mean that each classroom has a cart of laptops that students may utilize on a daily basis. I do not feel that one route is better than the other. I believe there are things like infrastructure, cost, resources, and support that you have to keep in mind when you make those decisions. But no matter what, I believe that every child needs to be using a technology device throughout their learning throughout the day. It's not an option anymore if we truly want students to become active members of society who are creative, critical thinkers who are able to collaborate and contribute to the world. As a leader, it will be important that I support teachers with implementing effective technology integration. There are 3 leadership priorities that I will continue to focus on. I will focus on ongoing professional learning, providing an opportunity for our personnel to become more skilled, and then I also need to make sure that I plan for implementation time and reflection. I believe that all of these areas are deeply connected. Effective leaders will find a way to provide equitable access to technology for their students regardless, because there are grants and businesses and other funding streams to make this happen. But most importantly is the training of staff members on components such as the 21st century skills, the SAMR model, and digital citizenship. Teachers' lack of readiness to implement technology integration is what can lead to the slow rate of progress. But I do not believe that that lack of readiness is due to an overall resistance to change or to the use of technology. I believe it's because we have not provided the information so teachers understand and they can build that confidence. Teachers need more time to learn and collaborate about STEM and technology. They also need ongoing support, coaching, and encouragement with multiple opportunities to observe technology integration in other classrooms. Leaders need to provide for teachers to plan, implementation, and reflect on their technology integrated instruction. I know that implementation support is crucial, and that will be one of my top priorities. Thank you for listening.